What is up, you fantastic comic fans? Welcome to the Legion of Comics. I'm Mark, and it's Tuesday. That means it's new DC Day. Brand new DC books released today, despite what your LCS might say. They're on sale today. And we're going to take a look at what released this week, some of the ones I picked up, a little bit of DC news, and draw for this week's DC Day giveaway. So don't go anywhere. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and check this out. As always, this video is sponsored by Big Time Collectibles. Be sure to check them out at their website and on social media. Don't miss out on the fantastic drops that they've been doing recently. And if you're a DC fan, it's the time to watch closely. They've been doing a lot of the foil logo variants for a lot of the upcoming and recently released DC properties, including Superman, Batman, The Flash, and they've got one out in the wings right now that everybody will be big excited for, so be sure to check that out. And if you need anything cleaned or pressed, hit up my good friend Justin over on Instagram. Let him know you found him via the channel and take advantage of the special offer for viewers of the channel. I just sent him an order today with some Silver Age DC goodness to get it cleaned up, flattened out, and sent to CGC. And as always, this video wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for the good folks at the Augusta Book Exchange, recently renamed and moved to a brand new location, ABX Comics and Games. So be sure to check them out in the area. Check the link below. You can find their Facebook group and everything and follow them there as well. Help support the homies and all that good stuff. And speaking of the homies, let's go ahead and see who hit the chat. I typically set these streams up like a week in advance. Like I get a night of the week where I'm off from work the next day, so I'll stay up to like 2 a.m. while everyone else is asleep and try to do all the computer stuff. Then I try to do as much of this while the family's asleep or not home as possible. That way I'm more present with them. You know, you don't want to substitute family time for YouTube time. That makes less than no sense at all. But I just set this stream up right before going live today. And when I did, I'm like, you know what? No one's home. So why don't I do the stream an hour earlier? And even though I set it up at the last minute, Las Cruces 1971 still retains his title for the first comment of the stream. That man is on his game. Huge shout out to Las Cruces. Good morning to you, sir, and good afternoon from me. Izzyverse NYC is in the chat. What is going on? Starting early. Cool. Right during lunchtime. Yeah, man. Yeah, typically I started setting them for 2 o'clock because I would pick Finn up from school at 1 and it would give me a little bit of time. But like I said, nobody's home right now. The wife's at work. The kids are with Pops. Speaking of, that's Pops Attic on Instagram. Link is in the description. He's a good guy. You should follow him. And if you're going to Heroes Con, you'll actually get a chance to meet him. What is going on, X11? Bravo. Hope you're doing good today, my good friend William. What is going on? Hashtag We Are Legion. There's those custom emojis that you get access to from joining the channel membership. Check that out. Might be something for you. PSN Green Hulkster, what is going on, brother? Hope you're doing good today. Durs, my man. I was just talking about you, Durs. I was talking to a good friend who was just asking about some of the new faces he's seeing on YouTube, and you were one of my recommendations. You and Izzy both. Seeing y'all on the channel here recently. I really, really appreciate both of y'all's friendship. I love you guys to death, man. People saying hello, Mark. Can't wait to see you, boo. I know I'm going to hold you like shoulders and legs like that at least for a few seconds. I'm big excited to get to meet you, brother. And just think, man, there's a lot of us that haven't got to meet each other for the years that we've known each other. And Durs, I've only known you for a handful of months, and man, I'm just as excited to meet you. Don't tell anyone, but definitely more excited than some. Like I really, really appreciate your friendship, man. I really do. Mad respect what is happening. Glad you can make it. Evil's Comics is in the building. Hey, everybody. I'm working but listening. Perfect. Perfect combo. What is going on, Jamie? DC7. Hope you're doing good today. Hulk Collector 82 is in the building. Kevin, what is up, my man? I've been enjoying talking to Kevin a lot on IG as well. DAGR cards or Dagger cards. What is up? What is up? Joffrey, how are you doing? Brian LCS is in the building. Every time I see him. The CBC Awards or the YouTube Comic Community Awards for funsies, just for funsies. Be sure to check out cbcawards.org and weigh in on who you enjoy on YouTube and possibly find out a bunch of new channels. And be ready for the nominations are open for a little while, and then like the voting period lasts forever and a day. But at the end of the year, once everyone's forgotten about all this, he'll do a live show where he announces the winners, and it's just really fun. And he has like trophies for them and little sketches and stuff. And The community really comes together like butt cheeks to really make it something fun. So be sure to check that out. Brian puts both feet into it, puts a lot of work into it. Definitely appreciate him for doing it. Esteban, what is going on, brother? Hope you're doing good today. Yes, but sleep is important. Sleep is important. Yeah, for a lot of people, it's important for me. I'm one of those weird ones that I don't sleep a lot at night. I don't like have night terrors or wake up thrashing. I sleep for a little while and I pop up and I'm rocking and rolling. But I'm also capable of falling asleep on a dime. Like you let me sit still for a minute, put my hand up, I can be asleep and wake right back up. It's weird. Really weird. Roger, what is going on, my man? Have to get that family time for sure. What is up? What is up, man? I know you spoke to Pops. I hope you're able to make it to Heroes, man. I miss you at Joe Fest. I miss seeing your face. Yeah. I hope you're able to make it to Heroes Con. I like your shirt, Mark. I don't know why. Why wouldn't you like my shirt, dude? I'm about that Mingo life. It's also one of the softest shirts I own. I don't know who got it for me. Pops, I think Pops and Shell, my stepmom, I think they found it out or something. And I came home and there's just a bag with 2 Mingo shirts. This is the other one. It's just like a little like that. Yeah, this one's probably going to get the sleeves lopped off of it, and I'll wear it when I go on my once a year vacation next month, and be a good shirt to have at the beach, go disc golfing in and stuff. Brother John Comics is here. What is up, my dude? Hope you're doing well today. Always good to see your smiling face. Always another person I cannot wait to see at Heroes Con. The highlight of my trip last year was hanging out with John and his brother Jim and Chip Getler. We hit breakfast together, we hit lunch together. Dude, that was just, I cannot wait to do it again. Cannot wait. The breakfasts were like, I'm a morning person, and that was like my favorite time, just sitting there drinking coffee, like in the same room as like Mike Grail and people. And they're just fun. Like that's when you really get to know people and really get to enjoy time with them, is when it's like as low key as a breakfast, And the day still has limitless possibilities ahead of you. Flo Dameron is in the building. What is up, brother? Hope you're doing good. It is, in fact, the best day of the week for sure. For sure. Chat jumping. Make sure I don't miss anybody. Hellos. We got Wheelchair Superhero 87. What is going on, Kyle? Hope you're doing good. Kyle, we've got some really good news to bring up here in a minute. I know you're going to be big excited. Thank you, Izzy. Yeah, absolutely. It's my new favorite shirt. From the moment I put it on and I felt it caress my bare chest, I'm like, this is the one. This is the one. Wake up thrashing. Yo, ask my wife about that. That like, there's no one here, but that was like an inside joke for my wife. Like if I'm asleep and you wake me up, I pop up like a demon has possessed me, because in my mind I'm late for work or something. I'm just like, and I'm never late for work, but it's just, I guess because I'm always afraid of being late for work. I just imagine, because I work with like live creatures, and being late for something like that, like it's not even an option. Not an option. Flash by Night. What is going on? TJ had a blast this past Sunday. We did a Transformers Rise of the Beast spoiler special. Had TJ on there, TM on there, E-Man on there, Izzy on there, myself and Paul, of course. It was a blast. Y'all got to check that stream out. That's a nice shirt too. Yeah. I'm a big fan of the flamingo, my guy. So I have my map there. I'm not digging them out, but my mascot is up there behind the Spectre right now. I'm about that Mingo life. What is going on, Beckerman? Yeah, good news, Beckerman. What we talked about this morning, it worked out. I hope the other party involved was happy, but I felt like I gave more than I normally would, because it was who it was. So I bought a book today from a dear friend of me and Becker. And because he's a dear friend, I was willing to pay more than I would have paid from not a dear friend. I'm a big time hotel breakfast guy. I'll be down in the lobby like a zombie. Yeah, you won't be awake when I'm down there, Mr. Morning Person. You're going to bed when I'm getting up. Video editing at the moment. Overrated. If anyone follows my channels knows that I don't do the editing thing. I ain't got time for it. I would love to have time for it, but I ain't got time for it. Everything you see me doing on this channel is just ad-libbed. Ad-libbed, one take and done. Dale of Suspense is in the building. What is going on, Dale? That's the person I wish was coming to Heroes. That's another one I would caress. I would grab him, and I probably wouldn't let him go. He'd have to get a crowbar to get us apart. What is going on, Steven? Listen, we love comics too, my man. You're in the right place. So does that mean that you only mildly beat him up? I didn't beat him up at all, to be honest with you. Gave him a hard time and everything. And I didn't want, because again, like I love the guy to death, like one of my best buds, especially in the community. And I wanted him to be happy with it. Unfortunately for him, he overpaid for it to begin with. But I kind of pointed out, like where we were at a con together last week, I'm like, you remember that ridiculous person who wanted X amount of dollars for a book because he paid too much for it? He's like, yeah, that was crazy. I'm like, yeah, that's how you sound right now. I enjoy giving him a hard time, but all in all, I think he was happy. Even those history videos you do aren't edited. No, not at all. So like for those, I don't edit anything, Esteban. I sit there and I just run with it. So like just like I do this, and I can just pull images up on my screen while I'm talking to you. Like I can do this, you know. I have stuff just sitting here inside this studio where I can like access it. Just like I pull these up on the new comic book day videos. None of that is done in post. Every bit of that is done beforehand, and then I just go. And I just take off. I guess I should have been selling used cars for a living. I don't know. Wish I was going to Heroes too. Yeah, we all do, Dale. We all wish you were going. Heroes Con only has the possibility of being like 97% awesome. That last 3 is because you're not there. They're ready to rock and StreamYard. Yep. Why you call him by his last name, bro? Oh man, yeah, Izzy, I wish you were there too. I tried to beat Izzy down to go. Like I told him, like his daughter's graduating from high school. I mean, some people think that's a big deal, and I would agree with him. So much so that I told him that we would get her a rolled up piece of paper and we would celebrate and give her a community graduation at Heroes. But he said that the rest of the family wasn't going for it, and I get that. Yeah, Mike, that's another one. A lot of people aren't going, but there are a lot of people that are going to make it. We got 23 watching. Let's start diving into some of this content here. We made it to the bottom of the chat. So first off, let's look at the books that we'll be giving away today. I thought it was a semi-light week, and it was semi-light. I ended up walking out of there with 5 books to dive into and read this week. And for the ones that we're going to be giving away, you got 2 new and 1 slightly old, but it's relevant. This is the We Are Legends special that they did. Now, inside the pages of Lazarus Planet, they had 3 different short stories that rolled out these characters that involve Spirit World, City Boy, and The Vigil. So this is a collection of those 3 first time seeing those characters. Really, I mean, City Boy popped up in the Wildstorm 80th anniversary, but this is where their stories kind of started. So they collected them together for those that might have missed it. So I grabbed that to go with this beautiful cover. So I've started doing this thing where I let Matt, Paul owns the ABX. Matt's worked there for years. And I get Matt to pick out a cover. Like, what's a cover you like? And he picked out this gorgeous Spirit World issue number 2. That is just a fantastic cover. I'm not sure who did the cover art on it, but it is dope. So I grabbed that, and you got Constantine down there with his little sigils up. So because I got that, I'm like, let me grab one of these to go with it in case someone who wins it is interested to see what came before, especially like you see how it ties into Constantine with this. And then, man, I saw this cover. I'm like, yo, that's the one. I'm gonna need me a piece of that. It's Mike Diodaro, Green Lantern number 2. So Green Lantern, I'm a big fan of Green Lantern, big excited for this series. Jeremy Adams, I fully believe in him and what he creates as a writer. He's fantastic, and this is his series post-Flash. Wrapped up Flash, started Green Lantern. So I gave away an issue 1 when it came out. So we're going to go with the number 2 this week, and it is just a gorgeous cover. Like, fantastic. I mean, look at that. Look at that detail. Look at that line work. I mean, look at that. That is a nice cover. Freaking sick. So we'll give that away when we go through the books. So, yeah, let's rock and roll. First up, first on the list, keeping with Green Lantern, I got my copy of issue number 2. So I'm excited. We got Kilowog in here. Kilowog's awesome. He's a mainstay in the Green Lantern Corps, you know, and so the whole thing is like Planet Earth quarantine. We know that from like the solicitations going into this series as a whole, but it looks like we might be getting into why it might be quarantine. It was the Guardians that decided it's going to be quarantine. It might just be too big of a liability. I'm excited to see why. I'm also excited to see that Kilowog's here because as far as we knew that only Hal, John, and Sinestro were here. And then we also saw Kyle and Guy Gardner in the pages of Doom Patrol. So it looks like there's a lot more Lanterns marooned on Earth or quarantined on Earth. So that's pretty dope. Maybe they took all the lanterns from this sector and put them there. We're going to find out. But why it's quarantined is going to be a big thing. Now, the bad side of this is we're going to get into it, and then we're going to have to pause from the series for 2 months to deal with Night Terrors, which, as we're getting closer, like all my hype for Night Terrors is gone. I'm hoping once it gets here, it'll light it up, but I just hate it interrupting the whole universe. The whole DC universe is paused for Night Terrors, and instead of issue 3, like he's going to be in a dream dealing with Night Terrors for 2 issues. But luckily, it's not a drug out event. It's just a 2-month thing. And I am excited for the main body, which is only just a couple separate issues. It's not like an event proper. It's not like a crisis or something like that. But we'll see where it goes. I'm still excited for Green Lantern all the same. It's okay. I've been used to people calling me by my last name. All right, Laura, you got it. My monkey's name, no one knows this. Well, people that really, really know me know what Monkey's name is, and people that people that know us don't. They still think her name's Monkey. It's like a select group of people that know what Monkey's actual name is, and it's close to Laura. And no, it's not Laura. I think the Finch cover I'm looking at, nice. 31 books. That's not bad. I do have a couple more books to get tomorrow, but small DC week for me. There just wasn't a big DC week in general. Matter of fact said, geez, WW Wonder Woman maybe. What is going on? House of L has made it. What is happening? My pre-order is 36 for both week 1 and 2. Solid. Sucks they're pausing, but I'm glad the main stories are pausing the way you don't have to track down and keep up with everything. Yeah, they're not like doing like Green Lantern 3 plus Green Lantern Night Terrors. It's weird how they're doing it. Loader's Empire, I'm annoyed, and I'm going to be waiting for more Green Arrow because of it. Yeah, everyone's going to be waiting for more everything. So hopefully it's good. Like, that's the flip side. Like, we're doing this event. It's happening. It's going to pause our primary story threads. There's going to be interjected in it. Like, nothing's going on hold. It's just these events will happen between, the next part of the story. But there is the whole factor. A lot of it's going to be good. There's no way it's not. There's tons of fantastic creators working on this project. No, you can't say call me Esteban, Mark. Will do, brother. Will do. But yeah. So next up on the list, keeping with Green Lantern again, we got DC Pride Through the Years, and this is a one-shot. It is oversized. We got 80 thrilling pages in full color, also featuring a brand new story starring Alan Scott. So Alan Scott right here is 100% my favorite Green Lantern. Absolutely. I love Hal Jordan. Hell, I love John Stewart. Of course, speaking of John Stewart, I forgot you mentioned Philip Kennedy Johnson's backup story. You do have the John Stewart stories in those. But back to this. We have an Alan Scott miniseries coming in October. 6-issue miniseries. Like everything else, it's solicited as 6. If it does great numbers, they'll extend it. But this book is, man, they got me. I knew it going into it. I talked about it on my Saturday video. But what we have in the pages of this book is a reprinting of Batwoman issue 1, a reprinting of Flash 139 or something like that, featuring the Pied Piper, and an issue of Supergirl where she helps this specific individual on the cover there. And what they are 3 stories that feature stories involving the Pride Month, LGBTQ, and all that stuff. And Alan Scott's story is the only original content in it. But I don't care. It's a $10 price tag. 80 pages, and 72 of them are books that already exist. But I wanted it. I had to get it for my Alan Scott collection. I did go ahead and read the story. And if you're interested in what's coming with the Alan Scott stuff, or if you were intrigued about what Jeff Johns already done and already kind of mentioned when he's kind of creating new retconned history, like Lost in Time stuff, we know that there's characters attached to Alan Scott that he created. Just like we saw Judy Garrett, Jay Garrett's daughter, how she got folded in. There's a character like that for Alan Scott, and it's definitely not a friend. So, I'm excited. We got a little ways to wait till October. Really, I mean, that's a long ways to wait, but I'm excited for Alan Scott content. So, I had to grab that. Definitely, for me, worth it. If you're looking for brand new content, I'll advise you to make your own decision. If you want to buy 3 issues of old books for 8 pages of Alan Scott, and I don't mean 8 flips. I mean 8 pages. Like, it's such a small part in the back. I'm like, I guessed it going into it, and I didn't open it at the shop. I didn't want to be bummed until I got home because I knew it would be like that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And shout out to Dale. He has rejoined the Legion. Boom. Dale's back in the fray. Dale. I love you, bro. Night Terrors is going to invade Mark's mind. Yeah, it has. It has slowly done it over time. Like, I was excited for it. Then I saw the format for it. I'm like, it's kind of Lazarus Planet Plus. And now I just needed to get here so I can, like, my expectations have just tanked. So when it gets here, I'm sure I'm going to be ended up being pleasantly surprised with it. October would have been better for this, for Night Terrors. Yeah, 100%. Like, it's a terror-themed comic, and it would have given all these Dawn of DC books time to release, time to get out. Like, you're convincing people to jump on new series with all these number ones in this new era, and then you're making them pause for the cause. Like, yo, bad timing, DC. I think in story time, Night Terrors happens in one night. Probably. That would be cool if it does. I know in the grand scheme of things, like the premise behind it is the Justice League comes to the Hall of Justice, which they're not actively, like, the Justice League is an actual membership thing. Like, they're members. They come there, they meet and all that. They come to the Hall of Justice to find one of their oldest foes dead. And they have to work the mystery. They have to detect the hell out of it. And in the process of it, we get introduced to a new villain called Insomnia, who's supposed to be the catalyst of all these night visions and terrors and stuff. But we're going to be putting together a team of Wesley Dodd Sandman, Batman, and God, who was the other person on the team? There's like a 3-man team of detectives, but the Wesley Dodd thing had me sold. Deadman. Deadman's the other one. But having Wesley Dodd, the Golden Age Sandman, pop up on the team, I'm like, yeah, that you got me. I'm in. And he's getting his own 6-issue miniseries as well. So I don't want that Pride issue. Yeah, if you're not in that, it's a ripoff, man. But I was willing to be ripped off for it. What is going on, Kenneth Bird? Chaos in Comics. What is happening, my man? I hope you're doing good, Chris. There's those custom emojis. I know you missed them, Dale. I know you missed them. Last year's Pride book had great Kevin Conroy story. RIP. Yeah, he's definitely missed. Nominated Legion for the Best Beard CBC Award for his butt hair. That's accurate. And Chris is one of the only few people that would know. People saying, hey, Nick, what is going on? The comic nerd himself. Hope you're doing good today. I'm picking up I'm picking up a lot of Night Terrors. I do the DC Deep Dive show with Paul, Sector 2815. So this isn't the only place that I do consistent content. We do consistent content over there where we release a video every Monday. Then every other Wednesday is Guess That Key. But we're going to be covering Night Terrors. That means reading 100% of it. Any books that I already pull, I'm be getting Night Terrors. And there's going to be a few that I add to the list. But, I'm not adding the Joker Night Terror 2 issues. I'm not adding Harley Quinn Night Terror 2 issues. I'm not adding Punchline Night Terror 2 issues. And you see a trend here. They're taking all the Batman stuff. That's cash grabbing. That's like cash grabbing to the max. I don't mind a good cash grab. They're normally like fun. There's stuff in there to be enjoyed. And I don't normally regret it, but that's overboard. July is the month of death and zombies. I guess so. That is when Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny comes out. That movie's going to die and they got a zombie for Indiana Jones. Oh, man. Chat movie fast. Anyone miss? Hello. I'm excited for Night Terrors. Anything extra DC? I'm excited for the event on the whole. Kind of. I like those midnight covers. I will say for Night Terrors, I am super excited about Tim and Jason's team up in it. Yeah. And that's going to actually cause the events that will be leading to the Gotham War that follows in the pages of Batman. That's what the next storyline for Batman will be. You have Catwoman and Batman going head up against each other over Gotham itself, and we'll have Jason siding with Catwoman. So Jason Todd is my favorite Robin. He was the worst Robin, but the coolest ward that Batman's ever had. Damian gives him a run for his money, though. Damian's cool as hell. God loves ugly. I'm his barber. Exactly. Stay with pink eye, don't you? I did miss the emojis, yeah. Yeah, I'm just reading what books I'm reading now as well. Yeah, you can always wait and see if people say, you got to check this out, and you can always check it out. Depends who is writing those. I'm ready for someone to take Punchline to the next level. Yeah, I think that they need to sideline Punchline for a little bit, just include her in events happening and bring her back strong. Well, poor Indy. What's funny is I'll end up seeing that in theaters. My kids seen all the indie movies, and my wife loves Indiana Jones. I love Indiana Jones. I even enjoy Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I can see how cringe it is and over the top with it, but I didn't like the idea of bringing aliens into it. I kind of felt like it null and voided what they confirmed, like plot wise, and the stuff before it. Some things are just mutually exclusive, but we'll see. Where most people complain about time travel stuff, I love time travel. Harley Quinn is one of the best Night Terror creative teams. I haven't checked it out. I wonder who's on it. I know that Harley Quinn's like typical ongoing has the opposite of that. And there's a lot of stuff that'd be easy to get caught up and do cover buys. Love Spectre and Deadman is there and team up comics with them. Other inside, you can find them like hanging out a lot inside the pages of Swamp Thing books going all the way back to like, I don't know, like what was it, issue 50 or something? Even before then, you had like Spectre and Deadman. Like when Abby Arcane died, like what was it, in the late 70s? When Abby died and Alec decided to go get her, and the first person he comes across is Deadman in the spirit world, who starts ushering him through it. And then eventually he takes him to go find the Spectre to ask for permission to proceed deeper into the afterlife and stuff. There's supernatural characters cross up a lot. I don't know about a straight up team up book though. None come to mind off the top of my head. So far, pre-order Superman and Zatanna Night Terror covers. Yeah, we need more Zatanna. Zombie Anna Jones. Yeah, there it is. Creative team matters to me the most and could get me to read a BS character. I do 100% agree on that. Damien for the win. We got some Damien fans in the chat. The strong female characters taking over and emasculating men is what's happening, and we are destroying franchises in the process. Yes, that does definitely happen. There's time. It's really on the writers, man. 100% on the writers. You have lazy writers trying to use those like modern tropes like that, thinking that it's going to be a layup, but what they've come to find out is the people that back them verbally online and like their posts and stuff don't actually pay to see it. But there's plenty of strong female leads that absolutely crush it. Absolutely crush it. Indiana is an incredible series that needs to have its first film PG rating taken away. Yeah. PG-13 didn't exist before then. I'm getting ready. All the Night Terrors, not usually. Harley, I got you. Yeah. I really could write up a Crystal Skull where Pulp Fiction moved from magic to sci-fi from the 40s to 50s and made me sort of get the alien stuff, but it was too campy. Oh, I get why they thought that it was a good idea. It just didn't make it one. And again, I've watched it tons of times. And quote of the day comes from Circumstances Marcus. What is going on, adventurers? Joe is in the building. How are you doing today? See if I can make it down to the bottom of this chat. All right, cool. Next book up, moving right along, Christopher Priest, amazing writer, has been doing the Black Adam Maxi series. He's been working in comics for a long time. Is tackling one of the best Superman books on the shelves right now. There's 6 super titles to choose from these days, and this is the only one that's just a mini series, stand on its own. You don't have to know what's going on or keep up with anything else outside of that. Boom, Superman Lost, issue number 4. Premise is amazing, and I'm having a blast with it. So it's Superman goes into a black hole, shutting down a black hole engine on alien tech. The Justice League think he's gone forever. He's back in a moment, but for him, it was 20 years, and we're going through the cosmic space odyssey of him finding his way home, and in the real time dealing with the fallout. I guess it would be like PTSD he's having from the events and everything, because for them, it was a blip of an eye. For him, it was apparently extremely traumatizing. Does your daughter have a favorite female superhero? I still think that representation is important in Girls Love Comics. Representation is absolutely important, and it is definitely, I think a lot of people, when we're having these conversations about like woke this and representation that a lot of times we talk past each other because of terminology. Like words don't have meanings, they have usages, and a lot of times people are using words differently with each other. So while I 1000% agree representation matters, I don't think it's the same thing as people like how people would just throw around the word woke. I don't think they're complaining about representation. I think that there's people a lot of times, including myself, if I use it, is talking about like intentionally trading in quality just to check off boxes kind of thing. You know, like if you don't see quality affected in something, they might have good intentions, but like you got to remember, like in the medium, you have a certain goal and task. And if you're in the entertainment industry and making comics and movies, if making good content and writing a good story is not priority number one always, you have the order messed up. You know what I mean? We see countless times when movies that contain fantastic representation and diversity and stuff like that, they still have the quality and story first. You know what I mean? Like, for God's sakes, look at Maverick. That's one of the most unwoke movies that ever existed, but we have minorities, females, and for God's sakes, a target gunner. Like, I don't know what they're called, but your point man in your plane is even wearing glasses. Like no one even noticed any of that because they put the story and the characters first. Like, representation is a huge thing, and it should be important enough to you to do it right. You know what I mean? Where it isn't like, hey, look, we did it. Like, you don't get a trophy for just doing it. You have to do something properly. Anyone can do anything like that. Superman lost fire. And as far as Monkey's favorite superhero, easily Wonder Woman. Easily Wonder Woman. She runs around in little Wonder Woman outfits and all that stuff. She loves Wonder Woman. She loves Spider-Gwen. She's a big fan of Spider-Gwen. And as far as my oldest, my 15-year-old loves Harley Quinn. And that comes from her time era. That first Suicide Squad was kicking off when Emma was like, I don't know, probably like around 6 or 7. She was Harley for Halloween and everything. Why is an alien artifact weird? An alien artifact is not weird. The presence of aliens is weird inside of a grounded something. Like all the Indiana Jones stuff was kind of like, it almost like it was based in like religious stuff kind of thing. So the alien thing was kind of just like, it was a swerve that a lot of people weren't expecting. Check out Nick the Comic Nerd's channel. He's doing a 400 subscriber giveaway out now. So be sure to hit that, enter that. Hayden Sherman and Ben Templesmith on Harley Terrors. Oh, Ben Templesmith, dude. That's the 30 Days of Night artist, right? Fantastic artist. I love Dick, LOL. Was that intentional? That was definitely intentional. Marcus speaks from the heart. I need more asshole representation so I can see myself in the heroes. Yeah, feel the same way. Feel the same way. You know, and like people that complain, it just blows my mind. Like I saw someone pointed out, like, how if I don't see myself like represented properly, how can I relate to them? Yo, like who saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and who was emotionally moved by that film and Rocket's journey and Rocket's story? Like we can, like that's a cartoon computerized rodent. You know what I'm saying? Like get out of here. It's all about quality of storytelling. Quality of storytelling. Everyone's perspective is different, and perspective is everything. Yeah, everyone's perspective is different, but unfortunately, we tend to forget people who use the term "my truth." Those are people that I tend to notice like have a harder time with perspectives because there's literally one truth, and we all have different perspectives to it. But yeah, when are we going to get Jeff in Wonderland? No clue. Yeah, representation does matter, but it has to be natural. Yes, it does. I see what you're saying. It's virtue signaling, and that helps no one. Absolutely. If you're virtue signaling versus just like casting the right people, like, dude, how many people were like, oh no, Aldous Hodge is Hawkman, bro, like Aldous Hodge stole the show as Hawkman, and no one has anyone who saw Aldous Hodge play Hawkman, like that's how like Hawkman looks in my mind now. Like that just shows you it's just the quality's there. If the performance is there, it's fine. Like the girl that's playing Little Mermaid, like everyone who complained beforehand, but now look, when the people saw the movie, like they're like, yo, she crushed it. She did a fantastic job. Like, and I still haven't had a chance to see it yet. Like, me and Finn went and saw Spider-Verse while Kyle and Monkey watched Little Mermaid, but I'll check it out when it hits streaming and stuff. But yeah, representation always being woke just to do it randomly out of place just takes away from what. Dude, the same way in comics. Some people are not creatively talented enough to juggle both. Like, that's why everyone doesn't write comics or everyone doesn't write movies. It actually requires talent to stand out. You know, so many people can do it. What are you doing to be better than the rest? And comics have always been political. There's always been representation of comics, and they've gotten better over the years and stuff like that. But, yeah, it's just a quality thing, man. Fan of old school Wonder Woman. Curves. Yeah. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. You guys are the best. Thank you. You're the best, Nick. You're the best. Love that explanation. It needs to be stamped on everyone's forehead. Kidding? Not kidding. My fiance and I mostly relate to Apollo and Midnighter. So Of course, representation matters. Yeah, dude, those are two badass characters. If you read Philip Kennedy Johnson's World saga, Midnighter was one of the coolest parts and unintentionally started a Superman revolution because people thought this guy must be the Kal-El we hear of because Mongol had Apollo and Midnighter was burning that place to the ground to go get him. It was amazing. It was amazing. Nick is my favorite, and I refuse to be ashamed of it. Yeah. Hashtag no shame. They had Easter eggs of R2-D2 and C-3PO and Raiders of the Lost Ark, Aliens. Yeah, there you go. Good call. Good call. Fair enough. Boom, 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 boom. No one saw it, though. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Randomly out of place progressive message scene in Karate Kid is easily the best scene. I don't remember that one, but I'm sure it's there. If aggressively relaxes says it's there, it is there. Yo, the way that the new Transformers movies, that new one that just came out, Rise of the Beast, loved it. Had a blast. They had their random moment where, like, if like the people on the far left love these moments and the people on the far right hate these moments. We had their random moment where the lead actor, I think his name's Anthony Ramos, fantastic actor from Hamilton and from Godzilla King of the Monsters, and he's our lead guy. He meets Wheeljack for the first time, and Wheeljack has a Hispanic accent. They're in Peru, and he asks him where he has that accent and kind of speaks Spanish to him, and Wheeljack's like, what accent? That's kind of racist, bro. And it was hilarious. It was done well. It was almost like it's like addressing it but poking fun at the same time. It was hilarious. It was good stuff. Next book up. Speaking of inappropriate comments, we have Cash Cole right there from Wildcats issue number 8. And again, I thought that this book was going to wrap up at 6. We're up to 8 now, so I kind of held back and I was going to binge read them. So I'm a few issues behind on this, but I'm excited to get into it. We have Spartan finally there on the cover. He's sitting on Maul's back, so this should be pretty fun. I think that's Fairchild down there on the corner. So it looks like Grifter done turned on his team. So I'm excited to see what happens in this. I stopped reading solicitations on it because I'm a little bit behind. And at that point, the solicitations will spoil it for me. Not trying to have the story spoiled. Let's see. What did he say? Look up Miyagi's anniversary and prepare to cry. I'll do that. I'll do that. Nice to see you're so confident about it, circumstances. He is, my man. He'll back it up too. Don't worry. All right, next up in the last book, and yo, this was awesome. Spencer Ackerman is writing this one. Evan Narcissus is on the interiors, but Jorge Fornes is on the covers. And this is the newest and only prestige format book coming out from Black Label right now, and it's Waller versus Wildstorm. This is dope. So I love the cover. It's got that like that 70s men's adventure throwback. It almost looks like what you'd expect from like one of those, like 150-page novels back in the day that would come out serialized. But it says the island nation of Gamora wanted metahuman weapons, but they got a metahuman war. So you have basically this is like the Amanda Waller origin story almost. Like you have this young lady who's new to the scene and her pool is ridiculous and she's like go-getter getting stuff done, and they're pretty much peddling in metahumans, and Lois Lane is kind of investigating the story. She's been brought in by Brigade, I think it was, and it's kind of showing the events of all this going down. And one thing that I thought was cool, because it's Amanda Waller, so I think Suicide Squad, it's Amanda Waller Squad, so I'm there right when I need it. And it looks like in that first one they kind of pay a funny homage to the concept of the Suicide Squad, but it was done with the Wildstorm characters, and it was really cool. And we got Deathstroke the Terminator, who's brought into the book, so it's about to hit a 10 when it comes to action and violence. And being Black Label, it's a lot grittier, it's more R-rated and stuff like that. So I definitely suggest that one. Check it out. And I love the prestige format. The artwork really has room to breathe. That's the best way to describe it. Rise of the Beast was very well done. I agree. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I'm a sucker for the live action Transformer movies, and I feel like they're at this point, like this new franchise is exactly what I needed. Like it's fresh again. It's got me excited. It had numerous moments that made you pop. It was just fun. Plus, people of all political leanings hated Wheeljack's design. He brought us together. I didn't. I thought it was fine. Finn has toys of Wheeljack, and I didn't care. I thought it was hilarious, like the suspenders. If that's your way of grading, with medium rare being the best and well done being bottom tiered, then I understand, Dale. Hey, yo, hashtag Mingo Life. Nick knows. That's right. Hope you're doing good today, Nick. I love you, my dude. I can't wait to get to see you this coming weekend. I effing hated Wheeljack. I hated that he had the accent. I hate what accent, as the Wheeljack would say, what accent. Ozymandias was always right. Fear and hate can bring us together. And at what cost? That was the message. At what cost? A peace based on a lie. We saw the ultimate conclusion of where that went with the Watchmen TV show, and it was not good. Derek, what is going on? I hope you're doing good today. Do you want help with news? No, but I'll get to it in a second. I'm sorry if I'm taking too long. $10 for a haircut. No, I'm actually getting it cut today. Lee's coming over today, giving me and Finn a haircut. He gets off about 5. My best friend his name is Lee, and he's like a stylist forever. He's like one of the big wigs for Ulta Beauty Salon, and pays to have a best friend who's a professional stylist. So him and his husband are coming over for family dinner tonight, and I'm getting my hair chopped up. Every time we have dinner for the past months, he's just cringing sitting next to me because I tell everyone Lee cuts my hair, and then my hair looks like this. I'm just, as my wife says, it's unkept. I just wanted to grow it out for fun, and it's not even fun anymore, especially with it getting hot outside. It's just hot. But I appreciate that, Nick. I'll be sure to give that $7 after YouTube fees to Lee and tell him it's from you. I feel like I don't even know you anymore. Where have you been? Talking to Nick. Nice. I like Wheeljack's design in Transformer Prime. See, I need to go back and watch that one. My sons watched Limitless more Transformers than I have. Limitless more. With CJ, what is happening, dude? Yo, CJ is going to be joining us 2 shows from now on Guess That Key. And he's going to be at Heroes Con. And he says he has free stickers for anyone that comes up and hugs him. Saving myself for this week, sir. Yeah. Absolutely loved it was fire, wasn't it? That show was an easy 9 out of 10. It was amazing. God, what is his name? Something Mateen. The actor who plays Dr. Manhattan. He was in The Greatest Showman as a trapeze artist and Zendaya's brother. He was in Aquaman. He's a fantastic actor. That was a great casting choice. Transformers Prime was a great show. My daughter and I loved RC in that show. She was a great leader. Yeah, Monkey likes RC. I don't know if it's the pink or that she's a motorcycle, but that's one of the few Transformer toys that she has. Nice. It's the time of year for haircuts. Wheeljack is a melting pot of culture. The accents and suspenders went perfectly with him being a German vehicle. He was from another planet. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, he had it all, didn't he? Had it all. So news-wise, let's talk about that while we roll on. So if you've been a CW watcher, big news, Gotham Knights was canceled. Won't be coming back for season 2. That was a no-brainer. Called that from the get-go. But the one that I'm more excited about is Superman and Lois. Like, I know people like, I still have to preface this. Superman and Lois has nothing to do with the Arrowverse. If you followed like Supergirl or Green Arrow, Flash, this has nothing to do with it. It is its own standalone thing with no ties to it at all. Now, the same actor playing Superman, just like in the Flash movie, the same actor is playing 2 different Barrys. You know, they've never crossed paths, no history with the Arrowverse or any of that stuff. And that show is fantastic. That show is, God, episodes range from an 8 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. It is a amazing show. So well written. And then on top of that, yeah, they take it, I think it's at least 30%. But that 30% goes into them maintaining the platform and making it accessible. And I don't have any complaints with it. Just like if you're renting a barber chair somewhere, they're going to get their cut. You know, I work for my pay, plus I get commissions at my job, and you know, same kind of thing. You got to pay the house so that they keep it in good standing for you. But the Superman show, being with everything happening, it was on the fence that they're going to continue it. This season 3 isn't quite over yet, and with the new DCU and then moving everything off of CW and moving stuff over and trying to get their brand tightened up and more presentable especially for a newer audience, we didn't know what was going to happen with Superman and Lois. But they announced officially yesterday that they renewed it for a 10-issue 4th season. So hopefully that's the final season. I'm not one of those people that want to see a show go and go and go. I want to see it end on top. You need to Seinfeld that thing. If like they did with Stargirl, they knew it was ending. They wrote a proper ending. You have 3 fantastic seasons of Stargirl telling a complete story. So hopefully they'll do that with Superman. Now that we know we have an ending, give us those extra 10 episodes, end on a bang and close it out proper, and just, yeah, it's going to be great. Everyone hug Comic Journey and wish him a happy birthday for me, please. We most definitely will. And don't hug him and say happy birthday and just walk off. Make sure he gives you the sticker. He's taking stickers. He's got tons of stickers. Tons. I didn't know he was coming important to have for a con. Yeah, yeah. When my hair grows out, my wife says I look like no one loves me. Old school guys, no means yes. That's awesome. Real quick, everybody start throwing hashtag We Are Legion into the chat. Let's go ahead and get it gathering. Let's go ahead and get it collecting comments as we go through the rest of these comments. Because that was pretty much all that I had for the news with just those two CW announcement. Is Lois and Clark a Greg Berlanti production show? It is. So what is making it different from the other stuff? Not just that it's not attached. The style, the tone. Berlanti, for those that don't know, DC had a brief stint with a streaming option. When they had the DC Universe app, it had like Titans premiere on there, had the Swamp Thing show premiere on there, the Harley Quinn show premiered on there. What was the last one? Stargirl was the final show to premiere on the DCU app. It was just called DC Universe. And they decided that it wasn't cost effective enough just to keep it there, and they need to put these shows in front of a bigger audience. So they moved them around. Like Harley initially went to the Sci-Fi Channel. Stargirl went to the CW, but Stargirl is in no way attached to the CW verse. So Berlanti produced it, but it was made like and produced also by like Jeff Johns and stuff. So it doesn't fit in there in their universe, and it also looks like its own thing. It has that golden age, that feel and vibe to it. Well, the Superman and Lois is now in that era where they're not trying to write shows in the CW verse. It had its heyday, and we're well past it. So they toned it and styled it almost like the modern day Superman movies. You know, it's kind of a little bit more somber, a little bit more gritty, but dude, it is amazing. Yeah, I read Gotham Knights got canceled and Superman and Lois got renewed for 10 episodes. Heck yeah, let's get it. It looks like you're paying for the airfare and incidentals. Sorry, Superman and Lois, yeah. Dumb you all in your hugs. That's a damn it you all in your hugs. So yes, Comics Journey. Look for a Kool-Aid Man t-shirt and a man walking around cussing with an unlit cigarette in his mouth. That'll be Comic Journey. Now, a lot of people haven't seen his face, but if you see an old man with a cigarette in his mouth and it's unlit and he has a Kool-Aid Man t-shirt on, just hug him and you get free stickers. What's with the flamingos? What do you mean? What kind of question is that? What's with the flamingos? I don't know. Ask the flamingos. Ask them yourself, CJ. Found an X-Men crossover to Star Trek comic. Awesome. That's pretty cool. Got those hashtags coming in now. What is going on? Couching and slouching with C. Bizzle is in the building. Hello, everyone that said hello to me. And hello to the people that didn't say hello to him as well. Funk Comics 814, what is happening? I won't pick this fight today about what universe Spider-Man is or isn't in. I said Spider-Man, what Superman is. Yeah, he's definitely not in the same Arrowverse universe. That's been confirmed numerous times through the events of the show even. I read a Wikipedia that said Superman and Lois is on a different Earth in the Arrowverse. Yeah, absolutely. They say it in they reference it in the show. In the Superman show, you don't have all the green arrows, the Flash, and it's just Superman. It's just Superman and the villains. Yeah. Kevin can confirm it. Comic Journey loves them hugs. He most certainly does. We most certainly like flamingos. The actual hashtag is Mingo Life. Hashtag Mingo Life is the rep your flamingos. Side note, Continental 3-part John Wick prequel on Peacocks. Oh, nice. Dude, I still haven't seen number 4. I got to get caught up on that. I just saw where you can pick it up and buy it on streaming and stuff now. So I'll be getting ready to do that. So let me present. I got someone from work just called, to see what they want. Yeah, good question. What's with the Kool-Aid Man journey? How would anyone know? 37 in the chat. 26 thumbs up. Let's go, people. Yeah, so everybody hit that thumbs up. Put in hashtag We Are Legion. I'm going to share the screen. What is going on? Scotty Vaughn, my man, what is happening? What is happening? All right, let me get down to the bottom of this. You got to risk it to get the biscuit, E-Man. Just go for it. Don't think, just do. Just buy it and then adjust your finances after the fact. That's how it works. We go back to the CW Crisis. You will see, nope. Yo, I don't know if you understand how multiverses work then. I thought you were better than this, Aggressive. Thought you were better than this. Let me share my screen here. I'm going to try to pick a fight with Aggressive while we do this. Got that. Share that. We got 30 people entered into the giveaway. Again, this is for, what were the books again? Green Lantern number 2. The Spirit World issue number 2, gorgeous variant, as well as the We Are Legends special, where you get the first little story and snippets of that. And this is going to be sent out to somebody in the continental United States for free. If you're international and you want to pay for the shipping, that is 100% up to you. But if you are a channel member, I ship worldwide for free too, which is you pay a membership to the channel, I'm not charging you shipping. It doesn't even make sense in my mind. So let's spin this and let's see who the winner is, and we'll make it like a tree and get out of here. So the winner for today's weekly DC Day giveaway is... Yes, the Adventurous Joe. Yo, he's on a streak, my man. Fantastic. Joe, I think I should still have your address. And boom. Yeah, I'll get that out to you. Most likely it'll be Tuesday. I was about to say I'll try to get it Friday if I can. But I will be out of town. So huge congratulations. And yeah, woo. You're on a streak, my man. You just won one of the ones off of one of the things we did. Can't remember what it was. You win too much. Make sure I got that. Boom. And you're set. Yeah, huge congrats to Joe. Stop sharing that. And that's going to wrap it up for today. We're getting close to that hour mark. We try to keep it about right there. DC always go back to having multiple Earths. Yeah, there are. There most certainly are multiple Earths in multiple universes. And this Superman and Lois Earth does not fit with the CW one. Not the same Superman. This Superman has never even met nor seen or heard of the people over there. But we'll see where it goes from here, and I'm very excited for it. I hope everybody checks it out, and be sure to keep up with the channel. We got Heroes Con. I'm going to see The Flash Thursday at like 3 o'clock at the IMAX. Super excited for that. Then waking up early Friday morning and heading to Heroes Con, so there'll be a lot of great content. Like, God, for the next month, all those people are going to see is like Hero Con this and that, recap videos, this and that. But we'll see. I'm probably going to do a little walking around and filming on Friday, and put something out for the channel members early on, or maybe even just go live from the con. I know like reception gets trash on Saturday when so many people pack in there, but we'll see what happens. Just be sure to hit that notification bell, and you won't miss out. And there will be at Week's End this Sunday at 8:30 at normal schedule time, because we'll be doing the Flash spoiler special show. I'll have Paul Cook on there, of course, TM Nerdy if he's free, and I'm going to see who else I might find that has watched it. Most everybody's going to be traveling back from Heroes. I know DJ, Nick are normally on there for those big movie stuff, but they have a long journey ahead of them. I'll check with them. I don't know. I don't want to put them on point like that. If they might need to recoup from the con and get ready for the week like the rest of us. I would be making a CW argument in the form of diss track that will definitely Please do it, bro. Please do it. Please do it. But we're going to head out of here. Everyone have a fantastic day. Don't forget to support your local shops. Check out Big Time Collectible for all your retailer exclusive variant needs. Justin's Comics for pressing and cleaning. And check out Pop's Attic for some amazing back issues at can't beat prices. Izzy, my man. Boom. And until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion. Got it? Well, I just turned it on.